EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. To throw is Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. We'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Ito Smith, his first carry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Throw it, Mayfield. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one.
The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He got his man, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10, 50-yard line.
A first down carry for Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Regular.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. This complete to Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
24-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Ito Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Slam. King.
Mayfield now. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And open is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Alshon Jeffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And they got the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
The score, Giants 28, Bears 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Alert 3. Switch it. Grab it. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Tight go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And the Giants first down.
Check right.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, here we go.
Jackson to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Bears 7.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike,
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They're not ready for this. They still playing.
Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their... He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines, 79 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield looks to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They begin with a run by Smith, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's third down.
180. Hey. Out. Hey, alert. Hey, high 7. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. You're not ready. Hurry.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cochran. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down.
Hatchet. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Kings.
Play fake. Mayfield looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing is Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jackson now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard. He hits blue. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Giants.
quick throw complete to Chark. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second and 6. At the Bears' 23-yard line.
To throw on second and 6. Jackson, he gets it here to Peak. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go one more.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his passes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike 28. I got it. Point it right. 28. Mike 28. Check.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. T.J. Watt, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Mike 28. Go.
To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Joe Williams. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's got it. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we... And now here is another interception. Picked off with great anticipation, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 951. Army. Let's go.
And an alley to run. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take
They run with Hines. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Watch the run. Ready?
They'll run on first down. Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Back now at Soldier Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
51 the mic, boy. 51.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Jackson from the shotgun. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, you throw it this close to the goal line, usually you're thinking touchdown. Here they actually complete it but lose yardage.
When you're this close to the goal line, you have to anticipate that maybe you're going to see a defense that you can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of space is better than what we just saw there. And that end result, not one that's satisfactory to them.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check 37. Check. Check. Lucky.
3rd and goal. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield going to look deep for Jeffrey. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
We got a seal. What we got? Whip. Run.
From the gun, Mayfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
King. Hey, orbit.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Pirine. Casey Hayward makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, D.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This time, Jackson will throw it. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 31 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check safety, check safety.
Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt, and the Bears take over. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about